Throughout the semester, I learned a lot from all the projects, the readings, and all the work that we did throughout the class. One of the things that stood out to me was the reading about the history of the selfie by Jerry Saltz. And I found this really interesting because most people see a selfie as just a picture of yourself, and that's it, but a selfie really has a lot more meaning than that. Back in the olden days, a selfie was usually just a self-portrait of someone that had to be painted or drawn by an artist. And they were usually really exact and really looked like the person, which really takes a lot of artistic skills. But nowadays, with just your regular phone or camera, you could really just take a picture of yourself and send it everywhere, and it's a new way of communicating. One of the biggest ways that selfies has taken over this century has been Snapchat, which is an app that you send pictures of mostly yourself or things that you do, and you pretty much just send selfies back and forth, and it's just like a way of communicating without even speaking to someone. And this could be either through text on it or facial expressions that you make, and you could really just communicate with someone just by your face. Something that is said in the history of the selfie by Jerry Saltz is how these selfies that people take, they could be edited or retaken, and that's not something that people back in the day were able to do. If someone was painting someone and they made a mistake, they couldn't undo it, and they just had to either fix it or restart. So that's really cool how in these days, if you have a picture of yourself, you don't have to send it. You could just edit it or retake it. I think that the history of the selfie really shows one of the most important things that we learn in this class, which is that there are so many different ways of portraying reality. And a selfie is something where you can really create your own reality and be in charge of showing your audience whatever you want to show them. And it won't tell everything, but they will definitely get an idea about it, and they could have their own assumptions. But there's so many different ways of showing your reality, and there are new ways of coming out all the time of showing it. For example, Snapchat. But whether or not that reality is the truth is up to the person taking the photo, and that is something that really wasn't possible before selfies were existent.